I wanted to talk about one more thing really quick before we end here. Have you noticed that Google Chrome has kind of gotten a little bit uglier lately?
Well, didn't they switch to like a Metro style or something like that?
Yeah, it's a Metro style and it's kind of cool, a little bit retro.
Yeah.
The tabs are a little bit rounded off. Everything kind of has that, pill look to it.
Yeah.
And when it first happened, especially on my iPhone, I don't know about you on your Galaxy phone, but it was just hard and clumsy to navigate through. And one of the things that the engineers really wanted was they wanted it to be um, mobile first. So they wanted to make it look the best on the mobile phone, and then desktop and tablet second and
Yeah.
third. And so they were saying, wow, this is, so great for mobile phones. But they've gotten a huge backlash from their user base over the look of it, both on phones and on your tablet and on the computer. And
Oh,
people are saying that it's hard for them to see and to distinguish between tabs. If you're one of those users that has several tabs open at once, maybe you're at work and you need to have, a spreadsheet tab on your Google Docs, or you've got lots of tabs open. It's hard to navigate and to decipher which one's which. Now, there used to be a hack that you'd be able to go into the registry and you'd be able to select something, a key, to
yeah.
be able to switch it back to the way it used to be. But they just updated Chrome, and with the new version, I think anything after 71, they removed that, and now you're forced to use this new interface. So they're getting a lot of angry people. And one kind of cool thing for Microsoft is that they're doing that new Edge browser with the Chrome with the Chrome user base. And so it'll be interesting to see if people switch over, people that use Windows 10. And heck, the new Edge system is even coming out for Mac OS. So this is kind of a good time for people to jump in and with the browser wars.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fascinating. And we know that Microsoft's putting out their new version, which is going to be using Chrome as like the main building blocks of the programming. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And before we sign off, we do
Yeah.
have to talk about CES.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Are you going to be following that this year?
Absolutely. So I think next week will be a CES special. We'll talk about, of course, any tech news that happens, but I think the big news is going to be what are all the big dogs talking about at CES. And, we're going to be reporting midweek, so we won't have all the CES coverage, but we'll at least have the highlights of the opening days. And,
Cool.
we'll be able to talk about some of that. So, Dan, is there anything specific you're looking forward to that's going to be at CES?
I'll tell you one thing. I think we should go to CES in 2020. Let's save our money and let's go to
Let's do
Vegas.
it. All
Wouldn't
right,
that be
let's book
fun?
our
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's book our vacations and let's do some live podcasts from there.
That would be really sweet. Maybe a YouTube live as well.
Yeah.
So, for all of our listeners, if you liked this, please subscribe. Please share it with your friends. And of course, if you're listening to our podcast, please go onto the iTunes store or Stitcher or wherever you listen to us and give us a 5-star rating. Thanks so much for joining us.
Talking years next week.